Whether you're new to the Wild West or just looking for a gateway into one of cinema's most iconic genres, this list has you covered. Gregory Peck shines as Jimmy Ringo, a notorious gunslinger whose reputation as the fastest draw in the West is both his greatest weapon and his heaviest burden. He's had enough of sending men to early graves. Now, he's trying to leave his bloody past behind and rebuild a life with his wife and son. Loosely inspired by Western legend Johnny Ringo, the Gunfighter captures the raw, unforgiving reality of the Old West while giving us a deeply human story about redemption. Clint Eastwood directs and stars in this unforgettable modern Western, bringing to life the tragic and vengeful journey of Josey Wales. After Union soldiers murder his family, Wales joins the Confederate Army, only to find himself a wanted man when the war ends. With a hefty bounty on his head, Wales sets out on a path of revenge, but discovers something unexpected along the way: a second chance at life. Hailed as one of Eastwood's finest performances and a flawless directorial achievement, this is essential viewing. This thrilling remake of the 1957 classic stars Russell Crowe as Ben Wade, a ruthless outlaw wreaking havoc on the Southern Railway, and Christian Bale as Dan Evans, the struggling rancher tasked with escorting him to the 3:10 train to Yuma for trial. Packed with nail-biting tension, explosive action, and stellar performances from Crowe and Bale, this version is widely regarded as one of the best Western remakes ever made. When a small village is terrorized by bandits led by the ruthless Calvera, Eli Wallach, they turn to a ragtag group of gunmen for help. The Magnificent Seven features an all-star cast, including Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, and Charles Bronson, delivering unforgettable performances. Directed by John Sturges, the film blends action, drama, and humor with a surprising amount of heart. This Western is an all-time classic and an absolute must. Kurt Russell takes on the role of Wyatt Earp in this cult classic Western, which follows the legendary lawman and his brothers as they try to settle down in Tombstone, Arizona. But peace doesn't last long. Loosely based on real events like the gunfight at the OK Corral, Tombstone is a quintessential modern Western packed with action, unforgettable characters, and one of Kilmer's best performances. By the end credits, you'll understand why this film has become a gateway for so many Western fans. If you're diving into Westerns, you can't skip Sergio Leone's masterpiece. This film redefined the spaghetti Western, with Henry Fonda playing completely against type as the ruthless gunman Frank, hired to terrorize a man who controls the only water source in town. Add Charles Bronson as the mysterious harmonica, who's on a mission of revenge, and you've got one of the genre's most intense showdowns. John Ford's The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance isn't just a Western, it's a masterclass in storytelling. James Stewart plays Ransom Stoddard, a senator returning to his old town for the funeral of his friend, played by John Wayne. What follows is a reflection on their shared past, including a life-altering encounter with the vicious outlaw Liberty Valance, portrayed by a scene-stealing Lee Marvin. The movie blends nostalgia, morality, and mystery, all wrapped up in Ford's signature direction. Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven is a Western with grit, heart, and more Oscars than most films could dream of. Set in the town of Big Whiskey, the story kicks off when a sheriff, played by Gene Hackman, lets two criminals off lightly after a horrific crime. Enter Eastwood's character, William Money, a retired gunslinger lured back into action. With Morgan Freeman as his partner, the duo faces off against Hackman in one of the most intense showdowns of the genre. No Western list is complete without the searchers. John Ford and John Wayne team up for this gripping tale of revenge and obsession, as Wayne's character Ethan Edwards hunts down the men who killed his family and kidnapped his nieces. It's a powerful, complex story, with Wayne delivering one of his most nuanced performances. The film's breathtaking landscapes and emotional depth make it a quintessential Western. There's a reason this film is considered one of the greatest Westerns ever made. Clint Eastwood stars as the man with no name in this tale of unlikely partnerships, buried treasure, and a relentless mercenary played by Lee Van Cleef. With Ennio Morricone's iconic score and Sergio Leone's sharp direction, this film is pure cinematic gold. It's technically the final part of Leone's Dollars trilogy, but don't let that stop you. It's the perfect gateway to the spaghetti western genre.